People say love can bring someone back from anywhere. They never say from where it shouldn't. My father died on a winter night. Heart attack. Sudden. Silent. I was the one who found him. He was sitting on his favorite chair, the TV still on, tea cold in his cup. His eyes were open, staring at nothing. For a moment, I thought he was watching me. I screamed. That was the last time I heard his voice, or so I thought. After the funeral, the house felt wrong, not empty, occupied. Every night at exactly 2:17 a.m., the floorboards outside my room creaked. Slow footsteps, familiar ones, the same rhythm my father had when he walked to the kitchen at night. I told myself it was grief. Love makes you imagine things. My father was everything to me. He raised me alone after my mother died. He worked double shifts, skipped meals, and still smiled when I came home. When I was sick, he slept on the floor beside my bed. When I cried, he never asked why. He just stayed. So when he died, something inside me broke. I wasn't ready to let go. On the 7th night, I heard it clearly. A knock, 3 times. Slow, soft. I opened my bedroom door. The hallway light flickered, and I heard his voice. "Beta, it's cold." My legs gave out. That was his word for me. No one else ever used it. I ran to the front door. It was unlocked. The living room smelled like his cologne. On the sofa sat his old jacket, still warm. That night, I whispered into the darkness, "I miss you, Dad." Something whispered back, "I'm still here." From that day on, things changed. Every night, food would appear on the table. My favorite dishes, cooked exactly how he used to make them. The TV would turn on by itself to the news channel he loved. And every night at 2:17 a.m., someone sat beside my bed. I never looked, because love is blind and fear is easier to ignore than loneliness. Weeks passed. I stopped going out, stopped answering calls. I only waited for night, for him. One night I finally spoke. "Dad, why can't I see you?" The room went silent. Then his voice came from behind me, closer than ever. "Because you wouldn't love me if you did." The bed dipped. A hand touched my hair. Cold, too cold. I turned. What I saw was wearing my father. Its face looked right, but the eyes were wrong. Too deep, too empty. Its smile stretched wider than a human's should. Behind him, his shadow twisted on the wall. It had horns. "I stayed because you called me," it said gently. "Your love kept the door open." I screamed, "You're not my father!" It tilted its head. I am what answered. The lights exploded. The temperature dropped. I felt arms wrap around me, strong, protective, familiar. My father's voice, real this time, whispered in my ear, "Let me go." I woke up on the floor. Morning sunlight, silence. The house felt empty for the first time since his death. Peaceful. On the table lay a photo of my father. On the back, words written in his handwriting. "Love is meant to remember, not to trap." I still miss him every day, but now when the clock hits 2:17 a.m., nothing knocks, nothing walks, nothing whispers, because true love lets go. And if it doesn't, something else will stay instead. My father used to hug me every night before going to sleep. Not a quick hug, a long one, like he was afraid one day he wouldn't get the chance again. I never understood why, until after he died. He passed away quietly in his sleep. No warning, no goodbye, just gone. The house felt smaller without him, like the walls had moved closer together. I kept his jacket on my chair, his slippers by the door, his mug in the kitchen. Love doesn't disappear, it waits. On the fourth night after his funeral, I heard the sound, a chair moving. I sat up in bed, then footsteps, slow, heavy, familiar. The hallway light flickered, and I heard him cough. My father always coughed before speaking. "Dad?" I whispered. The footsteps stopped. Then his voice came softly from the dark. "I couldn't leave you alone." My heart slammed into my ribs. That was his voice, the same warmth, the same tone. I rushed into the hallway. He stood there, wearing the clothes we buried him in, clean, perfect, smiling. I didn't think. I ran into his arms. The hug felt right, too right. His arms were strong, protective, just like before. But they were cold. Not cold like winter, cold like something that had never been alive. He whispered into my ear, "Don't ever let me go." His grip tightened, too tight. Pain shot through my ribs. I tried to pull back. He didn't move. I smelled earth, wet soil, grave soil. His chest didn't rise. He wasn't breathing. I pushed him away and stumbled back. His face changed, slowly. The smile stretched. His eyes darkened until they swallowed the white. Behind him, his shadow climbed the wall. It had horns. "You called me," it said, still using my father's voice. "Your love opened the door." I screamed, "No, my dad wouldn't hurt me." The thing tilted its head. "It didn't," it said gently. "It let me in." Suddenly, I felt arms around me again. Different arms, warm, shaking. My father's real voice whispered, "I'm proud of you. Let me go." The lights exploded. The thing screamed. The shadow ripped away from the wall and vanished into the dark. I collapsed onto the floor, crying. When morning came, the house felt empty, but safe. On the table was my father's jacket. Inside the pocket, a note in his handwriting. "Love is strongest when it knows when to stop." I still miss him every day, but now when I feel lonely at night, I don't call his name, because love can bring someone back, and sometimes it brings back something else instead.